consensus with the salary structure globally is for employees to get rewarded at the end of the month, or sharply in the beginning of the next month at some cases. The reason why this is this way is so that the employer or the management organization will assess the efficiency and the productivity of the company. But there are problems with this salary structure and salary as a whole. The first being that since salary is paid at the end of the month, the employee has to either go into debt or die, because problems of life do not come once in a month. They are spread across evenly. But two is the craziest course. Salary is a reward for your time. Company makes use of your time and your effort and your skills, and they reward you with money. That's where the problem is. There are 40 working hours in a week depending on the work culture and the work structure you use. For a 955 structure, there are 40 hours in a week, which makes 200 hours in a month. So let's say that I have a job and I go to work by 9 p.m. and I return by 5 o'clock and I work 5 days in a week. That's the 955 method. But if I go to work by 8 o'clock and I come back by 6 and then work 7 days in a week, that's 867. So for 955 working culture, there are 40 hours you can work in a week. Considering that 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is 8 hours, and 8 hours times 5 days that I go to work is 40 hours. And it makes you that if 40 hours is for 1 week, then a month is 200 hours. And that's actually the cap on how much you can work in a month. For someone who works 867 from 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock every day and for 7 days, that's 11 hours every day, and that's 77 hours in a week. Look at this, we find out that the amount we can earn is actually restricted, and that's why employees do not make that much compared to people who own businesses and have different streams of income. So for you to improve yourself, you need to make money in a way that does not have constraints. Obviously, from what we talked about now, you can assess how long you work in a day and in a week, and then actually find out how many hours you are restricted to. We are restricted to two options. Number one is increasing your hour value, and number two is increasing the means by which you earn. To find your hour value is actually by getting how much you earn in a month and dividing it by how much you work in a month. So for someone who works 200 hours in a month, is 40 hours in a week, and using the 955 method, that's 100,000 naira divided by 200. And if you punch it to your calculator, you're going to find out that you earn 500 naira per hour. That's actually your hour worth. For freelancers, the hour worth is actually charged upfront or depending on projects. For entrepreneurs, it's a little bit skewed, especially in the beginning stages. So I'll be putting screenshots of what billionaires make in a day. But I want to tell you that Dangote makes 100,000 plus in an hour, and Jeff Bezos makes $192,000 per minute. So it's all about increasing how much you make in an hour if you're a salary earner. This can go in as negotiating higher salaries. But if you want to go through the other route, which is making more income streams, I think it's going to be useful if you know that in a survey made by Forbes, billionaires found out in a study had multiple streams of income, some ranging from 7 to even 14, and the least being 6. So if you want to build meaningful wealth, it means that you need more income streams. And the most easiest type of income stream to create, since you are working in a job, and our aim in this video is to make the most out of our salary and grow ourselves, is the passive income stream. I actually have 2 jobs, and what you are looking at now is the income stream I'm trying to build. So it will be very, very nice if you like and subscribe to the channel so you help me. I mean, why not? The best analogy for passive income streams is just like a bicycle wheel rotating. When left alone, it rotates, but you have to put in some momentum to create the rolling effect. And also, when left alone for too long, it will tank. There are passive income streams like stock investing, etc. But those passive income streams actually have to put in money. And the money you are putting in is the momentum, or in my case, Turning a bicycle wheel is the same thing as putting in money. The passive income stream I'm trying to build is my YouTube channel, and the momentum I'm putting inside my wheel to make it rotate is making this video, editing the thumbnails, and trust me, it takes a lot to run a YouTube channel. But let's say I stop making YouTube videos for like a month. My channel is going to tank, so do not forget that. For those wanting to start a new business or another stream of income, the most things that you should bear in mind is number one, only do things that you know about. When creating your passive income streams, the rule of thumb is to create something that, number one, complements your in business or doing something that you love. Because at the start, it's going to be very, very hard, and it will pay you little or nothing. But at the long run, you're going to find out that your side hustle will actually become your main hustle and will warrant you to quit your job and do what you love. The study shows that the most successful businesses are businesses that were found by people who were working other jobs, because it took an immense amount of hard work, dedication, and commitment to do two things and do them perfectly. And even if you don't want to create a business, even if you don't want to create a side hustle, and maybe you love your job, I recommend negotiating a raise on your salary, because at the end, what we're trying to do is to increase our hour value. For me now, I make an average of 10,000 naira a month, and if you want to divide that by how much I work, it's nothing to write home about. Remember, 100,000 naira earner who works the 955 method has an hour value of just 500 naira. Who am I? And for those of you who do not make it to the end of the month with your salary, I recommend you try the 15-day rule. This is a rule that states that you should not spend your salary, or you should try to conserve your salary and only spend at the 15th day of the month or half of the month. It can be 18th, it can be 16th. Actually do 18th. This helps you get over the FOMO of spending immediately your salary hits your bank account. And I'll be making a video about the financial tips and tricks that you need to succeed, and it will be linked in the description.